Greetings Mavenites, this is Matthew Ernest in San Francisco. Today I'm launching a new station at 100 Henry Adams Street, and I will be installing a signpost, saving our company $400 by doing it myself with this $50 hammer drill and the generator that I brought for free from home, fresh off the Burning Man Playa. Compliment to my roommate. And here I have the signpost base as well as the signpost, and I am drilling into the asphalt today. And I'll be utilizing some anchor sleeves that will drop right in. They're 1/2 inch diameter, 4 inch deep anchor sleeves that I have already pre-drilled 2 holes to make sure that the post is aligned, and I've set my bit protector there at 4.5 inches so that once I drop it down here into the ground, I'm going just deep enough to drop in the sleeve anchors without actually hitting the chisel bit on the drill itself. And then once those are in, I will prepare to drop in the sleeve anchors once everything's aligned here on the first 2 holes. And as you can see here, these anchor sleeves work as a bolt inside of a sleeve with a little nub at the end, so that when I tighten the nut at the end of that bolt, it's going to pull that tip through and stretch out the base, creating an anchor effect. And so I've twisted the nut here onto the bolt to where I'm hammering on the bolt itself. I have a 1/2 inch asphalt bit on my hammer drill. And then once it's down flush into the ground, I'll use this 9/16 wrench here to go ahead and drop it onto the nut, expanding the sleeve and creating the anchor effect. And then once my first one's in, I'll drop the second, and then I will drill out the 3rd and 4th hole. I typically anchor in the first 2 without expanding the anchor. And then here's preparation to make sure I'm not hammering onto the nut, but in fact the bolt, and not cross-threading it, so that way I can expand the anchor at the bottom. So now I have 3 lined up, and I'm going to prepare to drill my 4th hole here. So with the 4th hole in, just like butter, go down to the bit protection piece, and now I'm ready to pull it back out and drop in my 4th anchor, knowing that all 4 holes are aligned, that the anchors are now ready to be expanded inside of the asphalt there, ensuring that this thing doesn't get knocked over, whether a car hits it, some drunk comes by, swings on it. And it just drops right in, real nice and simple. And now I'm going to prepare to expand those anchor sleeves now that everything's all lined up. So now I go into Superman mode, and I spin, I twist, I bring it out to approximately 2 inches of exposed bolt above the nut, knowing that it's expanded. And now I have a nice and steady solid base that I can attach the upright post. I've gotten some 3-inch bolts with threading only on the tip, since I just need to attach the bolt here on the end. I've put a washer on each end of the bolt, sent it through the base mount and into the signpost. And now I have these nuts here that have a rubber bushing inside that will keep it snug and secure. It's a little harder to tighten on there. You obviously can't do it by hand, but using my trustworthy tools here, same size wrench and a crescent wrench, I'll use those to attach the upright post into the base. See here, they're all the same size, and that makes life a lot easier, and you just have to carry only a couple tools rather than a complete tool bag as shown. And now once my upright post is secured, my base is secured, I'm going to expand the size of the holes that come prefabricated on these signs for standard screw. And I've gotten another 1/2 inch drill bit here that I'll use to just kind of punch through and dribble out enough room to feed one of these 1/2 inch bolts inside of. That's perfect. And then I'm going to double side the signage, one for the renter so they know where the car is assigned, and another for the passerby who has never heard of our service and is walking home from Zanga down the street here, or Sega, two pretty big tech companies within a block of the San Francisco Design Center here, and using another one of these nuts with the rubber bushings. I know that once I secure it in here, I'm not going to have to visit this station to install a new sign probably for another year, because it's going to stay in place. And I'm using the exact same tools I used on my base plate, on my upright post. All of those are 1/2-inch bolts and 9/16 nuts. Boom. And that's it. Then I'm going to drop the other bolt in there and the sign's ready to go. This is a Matthew Ernest tutorial from San Francisco, California.